It's the Dominic K. Morning Show here on RadioOnFire.com. Thank you for joining me. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by the brand new reality series Chase the Dream Baltimore. See a group of talented artists try to make it big in the recording industry and beyond. New episodes stream every Monday, 12 noon. RadioOnFire.com, the Radio on Fire app on YouTube, and also visit Facebook.com/Chase the Dream now. So, before we get deep into this, I want to say something. I want to say that I am not getting ready to dump. I don't have any ill will towards Monique. Monique, the comedian from Baltimore here. She's from the Woodlawn area, Baltimore. I had a record store in the Woodlawn area of Baltimore, so I came in contact with Monique many times. And when she was here, she had a comedy club here in Baltimore, downtown Baltimore as well. When she was a local fixture in the scene, she was okay. I thought she was cool. As her star rose, I think that she went a little bit Hollywood. I do. I think that. And I think that she's become a little bit entitled. So let me say that what I'm going to say is it comes from a place of love. It doesn't come from a bad place. I don't have any ill will towards her per se. What I don't like is how she comes off and the way she acts, and she feels like people owe her something, you know? And that's what takes us to where we are. So Monique, the comedian, here's the thing. Everybody knows Monique. Everybody knows who Monique is. It's not that she's not famous, because she is. People know her. People are aware of her. People are aware of her work and all that stuff. But my issue with Monique is it seems like every couple years or so, she just has some type of pissy fit about something. Somebody's not giving me something. Somebody's not doing something for me. She's always crying, and I think that it's bad because people from Baltimore, we have to go through so much stuff. It's so hard to make it, right? And when I see her out and about, in Hollywood, in the entertainment scene, crying and whining and moaning and complaining, she's making Baltimore look bad. She's making us look like we weak or something. I mean, maybe she needs to come back here and just take a walk through Lexington Market and get reacquainted with the roots of Baltimore and the strength that comes from people that are from this city. Now, sometimes you don't see it when you're in the city. Sometimes you don't. Because everybody, because this is a hard town. So maybe sometimes you have to leave the city in order to see what your inner strength is. And I've always said this: if you can make it in Baltimore, you can make it anywhere. And Monique has had a successful career. She's been successful. And I think that she will continue to be successful to a point. To a point. Now, I'm not saying that everything she does is going to be, knocked out the park. Because as we can see, it's not that she's had this phenomenal career where she's had a career as far as actress, a supporting cast. She's a good supporting role. That's not a bad thing. That's not a knock on her. I don't understand why she has not really come to terms with where she is in the whole comedy acting scheme of things, where she sits in the hierarchy. Is Monique a legend? No, she's not. Does that mean that she can't become a legend? I think she can become a legend, but she spends too much time whining, crying, complaining, and moaning and groaning. And about what? Do the work, Monique. There's nothing. Well, there's very few things that I hate more than somebody counting somebody else's pockets. What do I mean by that? Monique counts the pockets of other people, consistently. This comedian got that. He got this. So for people that don't know, she's upset and she's calling, and this is laughable, she's calling for a boycott against the media giant, the I mean, I just, does it get any bigger right now than where Netflix is? She's calling for a boycott against Netflix. Now, of course, you may say, okay, this sounds kind of interesting. Why is Monique calling for a boycott against Netflix? Because so many people, consume content on Netflix. So many people use Netflix. So, I mean, on surface, you may be interested as to know why. Why would Monique say this, right? And so she's accusing them of sexism and racism, and when you hear those buzzwords thrown around, on surface you may say, well, what the hell's going on here? But Monique is one of those people that throws words around when things don't go her way, and I don't think that it's necessarily proof of these things, but Monique just throws it because things didn't go the way she wants them to go. So Monique, the comedian, expects the average, everyday person to feel sorry for her because of her inability to negotiate something that she finds acceptable in regards to doing a comedy special on Netflix. So here's my thing, and I'm being like, I'm trying to be really serious here. Monique is an Oscar-winning comedian, right? Oscar-winning actress, right? Because she didn't win an Oscar for her comedy. She won it for her supporting role in Precious. So she took to social media to call out Netflix and instigate a boycott of this streaming service for her alleged color and pay bias, right? She says that Netflix is being biased against her. She says that she was offered $500,000 by Netflix, all right? Netflix, a very successful company, offered her $500,000 for a comedy special. Who out there wants to go see a Monique comedy special? Oh, wait, don't all raise your hand at one time. When's the last time we even thought about a Monique comedy special, right? Now, if you're scrolling through Netflix, if you're like me, you got certain things that you watch. But some people from time to time, they watch everything they want to see, and now they're just trying to find something. They're just trying to find something new. And you may come across something. Okay, I come across things that I didn't know about, and I see, okay, I'll check this out. And sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're not, right? But for Netflix to offer Monique $500,000 and for her ass to be complaining about it is amazing to me. Monique is like, she's not popping. Monique, baby, you are not popping right now. And everybody's not always popping. Like, you're not always at a point in your career. This is not only you. This is anybody. You're not at a point in your career all the time where just your name on something, boom, automatic sellout. Like, no, it doesn't work that way, right? And so the fact that Netflix even wanted to give her $500,000, considering the fact that, Monique, you are ice cold, baby. You are ice cold right now. And in order to get hot, you got to put in that work, right? But Monique is one of those people, it appears, that just wants to sit back and rest on her laurels. And her laurels, that means the stuff that she did back in the day. Like the old stuff, right? Now, she gained national fame as her role of Nikki Parker on the Parkers. Remember the Parkers? Way back in the day, right? Way back in the day. Of course, she hosted on Showtime at the Apollo. She was in films, mega films like Fat Girls and Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. I'm being smart when I say mega films, okay? So these are the type of films that Monique did, but that's fine. Like, I get it. Like, she's, and she did Queens of Comedy, and she did a lot of comedy things back in the day. She's hosted a lot of events, right? Well, she's hosted several events, right? But she did the Monique show, and, oh, baby, hey, baby, everything was baby, baby, baby. You know what I mean? Just, it got kind of old, right? But she did that on BET, and I think that it was canceled back in 2011. She was in an HBO biopic called Bessie. All right. And so, I mean, okay, like we're kind of running out of stuff here, but like I said, I'm not dumping on her. She went to Milford Mill High School here. She went to Morgan. It's unfortunate that she has to, I gotta talk to her in this manner. But her issue with Netflix, so here's her issue. And I hate when people do this. And it's unfortunate that it's Monique that's doing this, but this is not the first time that she's done this. So her issue is not that they're offering her $500,000. No. That's not her issue. Her issue is that Netflix gave Amy Schumer $11 million. That's her issue. And she doesn't understand why Amy Schumer, who I don't think is that funny for the record, but whatever, if they want to give her that amount of money, okay. And that wasn't their first offer for the record. Like she negotiated back and forth and, so she had some movie over the summer that was kind of popping and, it appears that a lot of people in New York seem to think she's funny. So she sells out Madison Square Garden and some other things. Okay, cool, fine. Netflix decides to give her $11 million. Okay, cool, fine. Now, her other issue, mind you, they offered her $500,000. So her other issue is that Netflix also gave Chris Rock, legendary Chris Rock. He is a stand-up comic like Monique. However, he has a bigger track record of stand-up comedy than Monique. Like, this is what he does. He has had some starring acting roles, has also had some supporting acting roles, but they offered him $20 million in a deal, and he made more than that when it was all said and done, as well as the very funny, very entertaining Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle got a lot of money from Netflix, $20 million as well, multiple comedy specials. So Monique is looking at Amy Schumer, who I don't think is that funny, but some people do. Monique is looking at Dave Chappelle, who is very funny. Monique is looking at Chris Rock, who is very funny. These are stand-up comedians. Like, this is what they do, right? And they've been doing it. Now, Dave Chappelle just recently made a return, but he made the return on, it was a calculated return. He did Saturday Night Live, then he parlayed into this Netflix deal, and it just kind of got rolling from there. He set the stage, and then it started rolling. Monique has not done anything. Monique has just been sitting back, chilling. And it's Netflix business. They can do what they want to do. Now, as I said, all of these comedians, they negotiated deals. They work these things out. So how is she gonna call them sexist, right? When they gave Amy Schumer a nice deal, right? And you can't call them racist. They gave Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle big deals and other people. Monique is not popping like that. I think she should have taken this $500,000 because it's half empty, half full. $500,000 is $500,000. Monique, where are you going to go to make this money? Right? I'll wait. Okay, nowhere? Fine. So she felt that she should get more because of her resume. And they told her that they weren't looking at resume. And then, so she said, well, how does Amy Schumer get this money? And they said she had a hot movie over the summer, and she has a history of selling out some concerts, okay? Monique's last hurrah was, the last time we were really talking about Monique was her feuding with Lee Daniels. Like, she consistently doesn't want to put in the work. She doesn't want to do extra stuff. She's not popping. She's become blackballed because she has a bad attitude. And what I want her to understand, what I want Monique to understand is that these people are making this money because obviously they're easier to work with. And if Monique does not get her stuff together, she is going to consistently be on the outside looking in. And then what's what's old is going to become what's new, and before she looks at or turns around, she's going to be doing small clubs, and she's going to be wishing that she could get $500,000. And here's the other thing, Monique, nobody's going to boycott Netflix for you. No misjustice was done. You expect people to boycott Netflix because you turned down $500,000, right? None of these people have anywhere close to that amount of money, but they're going to boycott Netflix because you turned down $500,000. Now, I'll say this. If Chris Rock, if Dave Chappelle and Amy Schumer had gotten $600,000 for their specials, right? Monique would still be complaining, because it's not about the amount of money. It's because, wait, no, they got more than me. Why should they get more than me? Monique, you're making Baltimore look bad, Monique. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. You can always download the Radio on Fire Android app. The iPhone, iOS version is coming in February. But definitely stay tuned to RadioOnFire.com.